This is from a law student saying it's a story that his law professor told him.
Yeah.
Defendant busted for possession of narcotics. They were in the pocket of his leather jacket. He argues the search was illegal because with his buttery smooth leather jacket, there's no way the officer would have felt drugs in his pocket during the pat-down. So he shouldn't have reached in the pocket to find the drugs in the first place. Judge asks if the jacket is the one he is currently wearing in court. It was. Judge asks to feel his pocket and the pockets. Defendant hands it to the bailiff. Judge finds more drugs in the pocket. Needless to say, it didn't go well for him.
I'm curious as to whether
gosh,
this...
don't do that.
I'm curious,
don't do that. That's not smart.
I'm curious as to whether, obviously, yeah, I think we can agree it wasn't the wisest move. Don't bring your drugs to court, and certainly...
I want to know if he was able to feel them through the jacket, because the rule on that is that if they're performing a search, if it's just a stop and frisk sort of search, they can't specifically palpitate things that are in your pockets. It's got to be just a pat down, quick pat down on the exterior of their body. Now, all the time, the issue will be whether or not the police officer could have actually felt the thing by just patting the guy down, or whether he had to actually palpitate it. So that, I'm sure, was the issue here.
Yeah.
So I sort of wonder how the judge found the drugs. Was he actually reaching into the pocket or just giving the jacket a pat down?
Yeah.
I kind of hope it's the latter.
My question here was how this actually, is this, something that could reasonably be done within the evidentiary rules? What would actually come about from this if this, assuming this happened?
It's authenticated. He said it was his jacket.
That's fair. Yeah. And assuming,
that's evidence. There's no problem with that.
All right. Fair enough. So I was curious how that would work. But then, maybe this is just something that wouldn't have been.
So the prosecution could object. But they'd have no reason to here. Because the only reason they could object is they've had no ability to inspect this evidence prior to its presentation in court.
Yeah.
But there's no reason they would object here. It only benefits them.
Right.